Hi.
I was just thinking, I wonder what color is her hair now.
Hey, can you see me there on the painting behind me?
Did you paint that? Wow, my God, you're so talented.
I
Very
need
nice.
to.
Well, okay,
How
welcome
are
to,
you?
I'm good, I'm good. Welcome to Life by Laila, Forever Fit and Fabulous. This is a series that feature people that are 40 and above, that are
Okay.
fit and in mind, body, spirit. And you are one of my best friend that I admire a lot. You have gone from I don't know what to down here. We will go to what later. But so I want to say happy Mother's Day.
Oh
How was that?
yeah, yeah. To you
How
too.
was that?
I watch your discussion with your mom. Oh my god.
That was the most difficult interview because she had very short attention span. Anything that she hears, you go, "Ah." I'm like, hello.
No, were you nervous?
No, no, I'm not
No,
nervous.
no.
No,
I
I'm
mean,
not.
talking to your mom to public must be,
No, because I know my mother has short attention span. And then there are two things that my mother will always say, which is, aku tak dengar lah. Or, Lola, no. Or, I don't know lah. I don't know lah. So, so the truth is I tricked my mom. I told her that the government wants to speak to her, to interview her. So they're going to ask me questions. So that's why she went on the show. Otherwise, she would not have gone. So I
Oh,
was
I
pretending to listen
see.
to the government asking all these questions.
I see. But by the way, she's an amazing woman.
Yeah, I
She's
think so too.
yeah,
I think
just
so
like
too.
you.
It's okay lah.
Is
Okay,
she OCD?
huh?
Is
What?
she OCD?
My, I don't. My father was OCD. Hey, I'm not OCD, okay? Why am I answering you? Okay, so we want to get to know you a bit better because we know you are the founder of Goifex. So I want to
Yeah.
get to know you, the Dina. So tell us a bit about yourself.
Uh, um. Well, I'm just somebody who likes to be happy and try to make people happy. So I do anything. I have so many hobbies. I'm easy. It's one thing that you might like. I mean, it's very easy to please me. So anybody
Right.
can.
Right.
I get excited easily with so many things.
That's
So
great.
yeah, yeah. Even sometimes my friend said, you always say this guy is nice, that girl is nice, but because I'm also easy to fall in love.
Oh, I see. That's a good way to look at life, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Have you always been this way?
Sorry.
Have you always been this way?
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's since I was a kid. Even my mom said that. It's not too difficult to raise me, because I would just say yes to whatever it is, and then
Oh,
and then uh, just easy. I don't have a high expectation in so many things, except when we're doing the events, the shows, or whatever, because I like to impress the clients, and that's very important, right? So yeah, that's also when I found GoIFX. I created GoIFX. So that's as a girl just joined, because I'm wearing her
nice.
jacket
Ah.
from her. It's sexy. Yeah. So but I already sold GoIFX.
So
The
you
concept.
sold, but
Yeah.
you sold. So GoIFX is like you built it 6 years ago from scratch,
At 2014, yeah, I created
right?
it.
Right.
I started it from scratch. That I wasn't from the fitness industry, because
Right.
I like going to gym. I went to gym every day. I know some people in the gym, but I've never been in the industry before, because my business was recruitment business, and then that time I wasn't feeling really well. I had some sickness. And then I said, oh, okay, I like to do something for people to inspire. And then I said, I want to do small things like educations, workshop for fitness. And then when I was in the toilet sitting down, I said, some people, especially in Indonesia, Indonesians, education is not really the main thing because we still have a lot of problems with health, poverty. So education, for some people, spending for education is not really primary still. In the city, yes, but in some other villages, not like that. So I was saying like, if it's only education, it's not interesting enough. So okay, and then I added some entertainment shows. Then people got motivated, and so then it become like, oh no, it's big. So it was
Right.
really, hi Jensen.
Hi,
Okay,
Jensen.
I want
Yes.
to tell you. Do you know him?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
yeah, he is one of the guy. I didn't tell you I was going to have a live with Laila. No, I'm nervous. Okay, so yeah. He helped me a lot since the beginning. So he knows when I was like, oh, crying, help this and that. So I learned a lot from him. He built
Right.
the name is APKI, is the association for all personal trainers in Indonesia, and he helped a lot with the educations or whatever. So I
Great.
discussed with some people like that. So like for example, for Jensen, we fought like really bad, and then after that we laugh again, we talk, and then we stopped talking for a while, and then suddenly I was like, Jensen, I need help. And he's like, okay.
Oh, that's so great.
But that's a good relationship with him. Yeah, so that's but then uh 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 and then because I wanted to make Goifex bigger, so we had a show in Malaysia. You went there, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and then I need a big partner, but then I sold the concept to it's actually a Singaporean entity. The name is WorldNet Exhibition.
Okay.
But then it's already 7 years, so I think they knows better about managing big shows, and they are very commercial. So
Right.
I feel that with Goifex, my task is almost done. So
Right.
at least people already know about it. They're inspired. So maybe this is the time to think of some other inspiring events. So yeah, I hope WorldNet can be a good legacy.
We hope so, because you build it from scratch, and you have built a very tremendous reputation. I don't think it's just a reputation, because there are a lot of other fitness events, right? We all know around in
Yeah,
the States or whatever.
yeah.
One before I get into that, remind me to ask you whether you feel threatened about that, because that comes to mind. And also, like for example, there's a lot of events and around, but you are so dedicated about the community that you put a lot of heart and soul, because I know you personally, you care about the community, so how does that feel to just let go when now it's commercialized? I mean, at the end of the day, it's commercialized, right? I mean,
Yeah,
we all
yeah,
hope, I'm sure WorldNet will take
yeah,
over now, that if
yeah.
anybody owes you money, they won't be coming after you because you don't own it anymore.
Yeah.
Right? You don't own it anymore. So now it's all on WorldNet. So how do you feel about, it's like a little baby that you built. You never knew that it would grow, right? And now it grows, and then you go like, okay, so I'm gonna let go.
Yeah. See that GoFX inspired me to build Upkey. Thanks to
Yes.
Lina.
Oh, so
So
sweet.
I learned from him. This is the guy that cannot be bought. So if he's this, some brands try to endorse him. If the product is good, he'll do it. If the
Right.
product is not good, no matter how
Right.
much you pay, he won't take it.
Good.
So
Good. There's
this
a lot of people. There's
I
people like that.
yeah. But then we argue that time. I discuss with so many people as well. Like, people need money. Who doesn't need money,
Yeah.
right? But there are these things that so-called what you call that, the feeling that I don't know what is it. It's something that cannot be bought,
Right.
that money cannot buy. You
Right.
see, so it's the passion. Yeah. So I was when it gets to, so we work together with a partner. They're very good. They're visionary. They
Right.
have plans. We have to to do this so we can earn more profit, or which is very good. I mean, but it's just not my passion anymore.
Mm.
So I have to let go. But then
Mm.
I hope that the community will still enjoy the events, and like what you said, there's so many other events in
Right.
Indonesia and the world, in Singapore, Asia, in the world, whatever, which is if you ask me if I feel threatened or not, no, because my main objective is not money. It's
Right.
passion. Yeah.
Right.
So it's for me, as much as I can, I talk to everybody. Hey, you want to collaborate? You come with us, and feel free to collaborate or whatever. I think that's the thing when you don't think money is your main objective.
Yeah.
Once you have um, a good concept, a good goal, whatever, money will come. Of
That's
course,
true.
everybody will say,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Yeah, I
I love
totally agree with
shopping.
you. No, but I totally agree with you because I think what I really liked about you is that we are similar in this aspect that if we no longer have the passion in it, you do
Yeah.
not want to do it anymore. Because what's the point? You just if the money is great. If the money is great, it's great. But money can buy so much things, right? But you have to feel good about it. So I want to ask you
But
as
I have business. I have other business
right,
where I need to find money, because if you are not, so don't get me wrong. It's not that I'm hypocrite that I don't like to make profit or whatever.
right.
Because when you are wealthy, when you have money, you can help other people. you
Mm,
can't you can't
mm,
really help people when you don't have money, you see.
mm-hmm.
So because you need to have something, so you can pay people to poor people to go to school, have education, and that is of course, you see. So there are some things that you can allocate. Okay, this one I need to make money, this one for my passion, or as long as you're not losing so much. So I
Right.
think it's and by doing your passion, maybe you can find opportunities for other business when you really need to make business.
Yeah.
So business is still business.
So how many businesses do you have? Do you run?
I have a recruitment agency, so
Hmm.
I send people abroad, outside Indonesia, for not maids. Yeah,
Yeah,
cannot
yeah.
send maids.
I want to talk about
To
that too. Yeah.
to work in hospitality industries, gym, and other like mining, oil and gas, like that. And I'm actually preparing other events, some exciting events
Right.
that yeah, maybe everybody can together make money for that.
But you also tell us about your you have three kids, right?
Yeah,
How old are your kids?
the eldest one, my son, I think he's going to be 25 this year.
Wow.
He's a lawyer. He worked for a law firm, whatever, but now he's trying to create some events. So I'm very proud of him.
Great.
Yeah, man, I might give him a bit of a hard time of, because he thinks I'm old school. Oh no, this is not the way you do it. but
Yes.
but I need, even with a young man like him, I need to learn from him, because
Right.
he might be right that the way I do business and things is already very old school, because we're old, so
Yeah. Yeah.
it's always good to collaborate with the young ones, that have
Hmm.
some fresh ideas, because sometimes now my idea is already too biased, because I
Right.
Yeah, maybe you as well, right? That's why we
Yeah.
need to share with people. This is what I believe. I believe in A, B, C. I didn't know that actually maybe he got other ideas, E, F, G, which is also
Right.
very good. Yeah. So when I
Right.
said no, he still like insists, no, this is better. Your ideas are okay. And that's number one. Number two, number two is 18 years. She's a girl, Jordina, and number two is Aisha. She's
Yes,
13.
Aisha.
Yeah.
How is it? I mean, I know this sometimes it irks me. Nobody asks a man, how does it feel to balance a home and raising kids? You know, we always ask women this question, and maybe I shouldn't ask this question.
Yeah,
Right?
I
We
think
never
you should.
ask.
Those questions, you're right. I think you need to ask men about
Yeah.
that because we women, I think we're fine,
Well, we're
right?
multitaskers anyways, right? Right?
It's just that some medias they always make it a big deal, like how
Big deal.
women can do, yeah,
Right, right,
which
right.
actually
No,
is
I
very
love,
common. It's very
yeah,
common. Almost every woman's doing it between family and work, even if even housewife. Housewife
yes.
is all they also got friends, the other families or whatever.
Right,
So
right,
I think it's not really a big deal, right?
right, right. So I
I
shouldn't
mean,
ask.
women,
Ignore that
women,
question.
yeah,
I should stop asking women that. You're right. I'm going to
yeah.
stop from now on. I'm going to ask
Uh,
men that question.
uh,
So
maybe ask women how they think of their men.
how do they balance their men? But so before you got into Goifex and your recruitment company, there are other stuff that what were you doing as work?
Before that,
Yeah, before that.
oh, I started my recruitment company since 2005, so it was
Right,
quite already established. And
right.
then I was doing events. A lot of I have event organizers doing corporate events, and also I'm a hospitality consultant, but
Uh-huh.
for some hospitality industries in Middle East, not really in Indonesia was like a long time ago. And long time ago when I was still young, I used to be presenter on TV.
Wow. See, there's
that
so
was
many things.
that was like 18 years ago. Yes, I was a presenter in on TV and also radio announcer, and it was a Indica radio,
Uh-huh.
and I had this very my program was quite a hit that time. It was, yeah, it's
Sure.
talking about sex, but yeah, in a scientific way,
Right,
like not in a corny way, but
right.
like and specifically talking about men's sex, which is yeah, like one of this is really interesting. Maybe we can have a show together.
Sure.
So I was talking about like why so many Europeans men like Asian women. So I did some research, and then we invite some expert sexuologists, and yeah, I even invited a gigolo to the studio, and but he already wanted to stop what he's doing. Well, it's quite quite
But
fun.
I want to ask you, what was the conclusion? Why
Oh,
do Western men like Asian
oh,
women?
do you want me to tell you now here? Okay.
Yes.
So this is I because I did some research. Okay, so this is most answers from that question is because Asian women, who are that time I was talking mostly on Indonesians, they are more serving than Europeans. That's why men. No matter how strong the woman is, sometimes we need to play a bit silly.
Of course.
Uh,
And that's a smart woman.
yeah, yeah. So in maybe I don't know back home there, the women did really serve the men, but like in here, before they were doing it, there's this nice, maybe like massage, preparing food, or not just when you're done, okay, bye. No, really, that's why. That's why. Other than being exotic, then
Right.
for them we are exotic, right?
Correct.
And some Asians also love to see whites because it's always like that, right? The
Right. Right.
what's that? The grass is always
It was
greener.
greener.
Something. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
But I think
But
also
that's. Mhm.
but that's interesting because also when we were growing up, right, we were taught, especially Asian, is like we have to cook, we feed, because the way to a person's heart is through food. So we always
Yes.
like, a compassion, right? We are taught compassion towards our
Yeah.
family and our friends.
Yeah.
So that I think sometimes women misunderstood about what being strong is.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that you don't have compassion. When somebody comes, it's incredible because I was interviewed once and somebody asked me, if a man comes to your office and would that the tea lady is not around, would you get up and serve a tea or not? And I said, of
Mhm.
course. They go like, well, some women won't do it because it's
Yes.
degrading. And I said,
Yeah.
it's not. It's compassion and hospitality.
It's
You know,
sexy.
yeah, but it's, I guess, if you wear high heels and low cut, then it gets like more
And
sexier.
17.
It's the tea, it's the tea.
I hope not many men listening to our conversation.
I'm sure they are, and I'm
Oh,
sure that
yeah.
I'm sure they
Yeah.
think that we are one of a kind, because I think that the way we women have transcend
Yeah.
is way overboard.
Yeah.
We do not want to be like men, but we've become awful than men. I
Yes.
think that
Yeah.
what we don't like about men, we should do better and do the opposite.
Yeah.
I think
There's
that's my
something you called norm. Norm to be women. That is that you can't lose that. You know.
right.
You
And
can.
I love being a woman. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. So do not think that you can go all of a man, or is it, so
Yeah, that's what
that's
I love
that's
about you, because I think that you're so intact as a woman, but you're also a powerful businesswoman. That's the way I see it. I hate to say, no, I can't say. No, I take it back. You're a powerful business person. I will not say you're a businesswoman, because nobody call a businessman man, right? So you are also an advocate for human rights,
Yeah.
especially for maids. So let's talk about that a little bit. When did you start and why did you
Why?
start?
How'd you know that? I never told you that.
I know everything lah.
You just do
I'm
some
like
research.
Google.
Yes,
So
yes. I am so anti. Okay, because Indonesians have years ago, Indonesians sent a lot of maids abroad. This is what people say that, Indonesian women, they got beaten up, they got harassed or whatever when they work abroad, blah blah blah, and everybody is blaming people there, the Arabs, the this that whatever. But actually, 80% of the problems happen in Indonesia
mm,
because people sending mates without good preparations, there no good education, so all the problems actually happening in here. And because we have like big numbers of unemployed now, even worse. And a lot of
yes,
Indonesians in the villages, they are shouldering the family, so it's not like in Europe where when you're 18 you're out, you do your stuff, and when
mm,
the children already work, they don't need to pay anything to the parents. But not in Indonesia. I don't know, maybe in Singapore or Malaysia there are still something like that. But
yeah,
in Indonesia, a lot of parents will expect the children to pay back what they
invested in.
invested in. Yeah. So a lot of, and these Indonesian women that's in the villages, they are actually smart, but they don't have good education,
Right.
so they are not really educated about their rights, about about the future. They just, you have to do whatever the man does, and but so So I supported the government before when they stopped sending Indonesian workers as maid abroad. So and then I went to the villages, and then it's well, if I can talk about it for hours, but you know, a lot of Indonesian men, the men who asked the wife to work abroad,
Work.
and the men got money for that, and they got married again, and you know the wife there many times as well, they like, you know, ask them to steal money, and oh, it's just so I had a good deal with some companies abroad that time for men to work. So I did some campaign to the cities, to the villages, that you know, do not send your wife to work abroad. You should go. You should be the one working. And it's not easy. It's not
I
easy
know.
because the even the mafia is some educated people in here. They know they're doing it. They're the human trafficking. I hope they listen to this.
Yeah, but you are incredible, Dina. You are incredible for I mean, to get into that is a lot of work, a lot of and also kind of scary also because I mean you're dealing with the mafia and stuff like
Yeah,
that, right?
yeah. I got somebody put a gun on me in there. Yeah.
Okay. No, but I think that's a great thing about you that you know you're very passionate and you didn't even look at just the problem. You don't just blame them, you know, having a job as a maid, but you go like, hey, listen, you know, you all need to get off your ass. I'll
Yeah.
find you jobs and do. I think that's the way that I admire you. Instead of looking at problems like most people do, and especially women, you look at solutions. That will
Yes.
get you out
Yeah.
of any problems if you find solutions, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Focus
so
on the solution.
right. So, as a business person who happens to be a woman, you deal with a lot of men, right? How has it
It's like
been?
you.
Yeah, lah. They all think I'm gangster. What? Um, how do you deal? How do you deal with men? How has it been? The challenges and the success dealing with men.
Uh, okay, this is again that what I said before. I'm actually easy.
Right.
Some I mean, you need to look pretty. You need to look presentable. Sorry, not pretty. You need to look presentable when you are dealing with your opposite sex, right? Because the first impression is very important. You know, you come to an office lousy trying to get sponsorship, and then you're not like, who are you? Are you selling cookies? So then get out. You need to.
Right.
Some, I feel that I don't call it as really challenges, you know, because some of the dirty ones, of course, they try to harass, right? These happen a lot as well on my recruitment business or whatever, you know. Some women got so upset
Right.
when somebody say you know, a guy tried to joke or whatever,
Mm.
got so upset. And then if you want to be like that in
Yeah.
this kind of world, you will be upset every minute. You will not do any business,
True.
you see.
Very true.
So sometimes I was just like, as long as you don't touch me and you don't disturb me too much, I'm fine.
Yeah.
So that's I know it's not applicable to everybody. Oh yeah, but you know it's disgusting this and that. Yeah, but they're not gonna change.
Yeah.
Those monsters there, they're not
Yeah.
gonna change. I
Right.
mean, why would you get upset, ruin the whole day of your life, not doing any business only because of those people that is not too important in our life?
Yeah. True.
So yeah, I mean, you know, okay, you want to talk dirty, you want to yeah, okay, deal done, and say goodbye. I
Because you're
mean,
not very smart, anyways. Right.
yeah,
But
yeah,
I want to start.
but I don't say that I allow harassment. No, of course not.
Yes.
Of course not. But we women, when we know we are protected, when we know we are untouchable, so don't be scared, don't be too upset with those small things.
Yeah. But I do want to start a movement of no more dick pics hashtag. So I so I've talked to my children about this. So what I'm gonna do is every time somebody send me a dick pic, I'm gonna expose it. I'm gonna tag, if I can find their girlfriend or their wives, I'm gonna tag, or their mother. I will tag their so since they're very proud. So I'm gonna, because I get, whenever I see this, I was like, who wants to see a dick pic? I don't get this. It's not sexy. It doesn't look nice. There's no
That is
effort in it.
disgusting.
Right?
That
There's
is
no effort in
disgusting.
it, right? So since they are so proud, I go like, okay, let's share the picture. So let's share a picture, because don't send me in secret. Let's expose you because you're so proud of it. Like, and
Yeah,
then I'm also tired of men saying that, oh, ignore it, because we have been ignoring it. That's why it keeps happening.
that's yes. That I don't agree. That thing I don't agree. That is too much.
Right,
You know, means if your business partner is doing that, means
right.
they are not a good business partner. You have to stop it because it leads to something else.
Yes,
So
yes,
this is how that we need to choose which one that you can get upset about, which one that you're not upset about.
right, right.
But some
Because
some some people go actually, they pretend that they're upset, but actually they're proud of it.
I've also got men telling me that, oh, some of them are really nice because they can't understand why men do it, right? So they say that, oh, you should teach them. And I said, I'm too busy teaching women to stand on their own 2 feet. You guys go and teach your kind, I can't be teaching the bloody pigs. You take the torch and teach them. So I want to ask you, what was your childhood like?
I was happy.
Yeah,
I was very close to my late dad. Very close. I was daddy's girl, and then he taught me a lot of things. One thing that I always remember of what he taught me is later on when you have business, you never late paying your staff salary. No matter what happened, pay their salary before their sweat dry.
yeah.
So that's very important. And in business, human resources staff are actually our assets. Many
Mm,
many many business people thought that staff, human resources is cost, expenses. It's
mm.
actually assets that you need to look after. The good one, the
Yeah,
bad ones they can go.
yeah.
Yeah,
True.
yeah.
But
So until now, I still sleep on my dad's pillow.
oh,
Yeah, very, very close to him. And my mom is a good cook. I wish I could cook as good as her. They
right.
both already passed away. They're sick or whatever. But I was a happy kid.
Are
Yeah.
you the only child?
No, I have a elder brother and a younger brother.
Okay.
So I'm the most beautiful one. My
You're the
dad
most
is from
beautiful one.
Sumatra, from Aceh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and my mom is from Surabaya, Japanese.
Japanese. Wow. So I
Mm.
want so you've encountered, of course, all of us do, but I'm sure that you encountered hardships in your life. Is there one hardship that stands out that you can share with us, and how do you get through it?
Well, uh, yeah, of course. I went to divorce. Yeah, okay. So when I was, I think already when I was 13 or 14, my dad lost the business, and we were so poor. I was still a happy kid. I played with layangan, kites, or whatever. But I already started working since I was 14. So yeah, and I paid for my own school when I was 16. Everything. In fact, it's actually I was shouldering the family as well. So I like drawing. So I draw things and I sold it to some friends. I make things that's for me to pay for my school. it was quite hard, and un- until I got into college, and then that time I fell in love with somebody that my mom didn't really like, but that is between like, I need somebody because I've been working for the family, blah blah blah. This is why you have to listen to your parents.
Yes.
when when
Yes.
when your parents say no, this is not good for you, because now I am a parent. I know I
Mm.
want the best of the best of the best for my kids. Now
Yeah.
I can understand why my mom was so fussy that time, because she can see this is not good for you, because he's not the one in love. I was so in love with somebody else, you see.
Right.
So yeah, and then I went for divorce, and then it was quite hard. Found somebody else, and then those things, but it didn't really make me depressed. Like again,
Mm.
you have to be a bit crazy sometimes, not to think too much of like what you said. Just focus on the solutions. Okay, this one
Right.
didn't work. Now what? Now what's the solution? But
But why
actually,
why why are you so different from most people?
what do
What's
you
in
mean?
no, for example, like, how do you get to that? How do you get to where, okay, let's move forward, let's it's a problem, let's find solution. Is that embedded in you, or is it like through experience in life? Because w- I'm trying to figure it out, because most people go like, it's easy for you to say, but
Yeah, I think like I told you, because I went through a very hard time when I was younger. That
mm,
time I lived in very far in Bekasi, but very far, and then I worked. I like I told you, I already worked since I was 14, and then full
14.
time work as well after that when I was 19, and I had to catch for transportation. I started working from 8 o'clock, and then I had to run to the university 1 o'clock until 6 o'clock. I came back to work. I worked until about midnight, and then I tried to make some extra money until about 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. It's really tiring
Yeah.
and hard. So there's not much time to sulk, to
Right.
yeah,
Right.
if I'm upset with somebody, okay, that's it. Now I need to think about tomorrow, because if I didn't think, I couldn't eat. So I think I was quite well trained.
Well, I mean, that's great, Dina. I mean, that hopefully will help people, to how to deal with it, because everybody like to just concentrate on the problem, right? They face and
Yeah,
hold on to it, and they can't move forward, right?
yeah.
So
The same
you,
same same thing actually. This is actually maybe good for everybody as well with your stuff. For example, is an organization, and somebody was doing a very bad mistake, and that time we already have to face clients or show
Mhm.
starts or something. You do not need to shout to that person
Yeah,
straight
true,
away. Find the
true.
solution first, do it, and then
Yes.
you can shout later when you're done.
Yes, yes, I totally agree. I think that because you're a multitasker and you are a woman, a lot of business men that are in business always, there was a stigma about women working business, women are in the workforce. They rather not hire women because they're so emotional. But I said I'd rather have emotional, that means that it goes either way, right? And because they're passionate, than just, don't care and just that go beyond, not beyond the emotions. Because we have to also, if I don't care about my staff, then I can scream and shout about at them. But if I put my staff, myself in their shoes, and I'm compassionate, and most women are
Yeah,
compassionate people, right? So we think about the other party.
yeah.
um,
If they don't clean the Playtopia nicely, you clean it yourself.
exactly, you saw that, right? You saw, I mean, I do. I mean, vacuum clean, I will, like, they freak out because I climbed the tunnel, and they were like, oh my God, you shouldn't be doing that. So I shut up. Because everything has to be stick and span, right?
I know.
So you are considered a strong person, right? How does that make you feel? I'm sure a lot of people say to you, you're so strong, and are you comfortable with that description?
This is again I don't really mind whatever people think of me. Sometimes they saying, sometimes I put like, I am what I am. You don't have to like me, but it's good
Right.
if you like me.
It's a lot easier.
Some people say that it's just maybe because I just I never really show my emotions, especially in social media. I never get angry in there. I'm actually quite introvert in some way. When people say I'm strong, actually I'm just okay. I'm not that
But
strong.
if somebody said to you, what is your reaction? What is your reaction to yourself? Do you feel like, okay, I feel good, I feel uncomfortable, I'm not strong, do you?
Um, I'm just okay. I'm okay. It doesn't matter how people call me, but sometimes not too much of praising, and it's feel a
Right.
bit of
Kind of
pressure.
comfortable. Yeah. Can you define your value for values, yeah, which is as a person first and as a business person, your values, one value that you hold on tight to?
Is honesty and respect. It's always that. That's what that's when I talk to clients, when I talk to people, marketing. Okay, I deal a lot with marketing and promotions, and there's this saying in marketing, you have to know everything. Once you don't know about something, you bullshit. So
Mm.
so
Mm.
that's the trick, right? You just
Right,
you just need to know a little bit of everything, so people think
right,
that you're so knowledgeable. So this is what marketing is all about, right?
right,
So yeah, I do that. Of course, I have to try to impress the clients or whatever. So when I bullshit, at least I do not lie.
right,
I'm
right.
just choosing the right words to. So do not over promise. That's part of
Yes,
honesty. It's
yes,
part of honesty. And then
yeah,
respect is also ethical.
yes.
Being ethical is part of respect. One example is, for example, there's this big company, brand A, for example. So we
Mm.
deal with this brand. For example, I know the CEO, all right, but when we do the events or selling this, then I have to deal with the manager. Then you have to respect the manager, not
Yes,
like, no, you're just a manager, I'm the CEO, I'll talk
yes,
to the
yes,
CEO. Because we need to keep relationship with everybody, even with the janitor.
yes,
So
yes. No, I totally
you
agree.
might need them one day.
Yes. So, can you tell me one thing that people don't know about you? Now, if you tell them, they will know lah.
That's a very tricky question. Cause, because because if I know that people doesn't know something about me, I want to keep it
Right.
that way.
Smart, you see? He's a smart. It's a yeah, it's a tricky question. But most people don't
I
know
think
that
I've
you are
got
an
nothing to
extrovert.
hide. I
You're an introvert. People don't know that you're an introvert.
Yes, yeah. I don't know. That's what my mom said. My dad, some friends,
Yeah.
they said I'm introvert. It's actually, I don't know what that really means. Introvert means you do not want to tell people about your problems, or
No.
uh,
Introvert is like, because you're a personality, right? You entertain people, you talk to people, you're very friendly, but you rather, with the time and space of to yourself is the most precious, where you treasure it a lot. That's introvert.
yeah. I think because most people said that, oh, Dina, you never told us about your problems. It's not that I
Right.
want to keep my
What can they do?
problems, because
Right.
for me, sometimes if I can still cope up with the problems, I don't really need to share it with people yet. You know? why
Right.
I call you sometimes like, yeah, Laila, but not very often. That's when I can't hold it anymore.
Yeah.
I still talk, but I don't do it much. I don't. Okay,
Yeah,
and
but
also like this, for example, long time ago with my mom, I got my mom and dad, and I had problems at work. Of course, I wouldn't want to share with them because they won't understand anyway. And then,
right.
and so I was just like, I stay quiet, try to calm myself down, and then try to find solution. So it's actually not that. I just I have a lot of problems, but I just don't like talking about it. I will talk about it when I am stuck. I can't
Yeah.
find solution, and yeah.
Yeah. That's what I love about our
Like that
relationship is that
stupid
we can
problem
bounce.
I told you yesterday.
No, but that's what I like about our relationship is that if I'm stuck or something, you always extend a helping hand no matter what. And it's the same. Like when you call me, it sounds like, this is not a big deal. I mean, this is so easy solution, right? So I just make suggestions. You go like, okay, I go and do it. So you're like, oh, it's all okay. So I go like, fantastic. So I think that's what we're supposed to do for each other as women, especially.
So I
Um,
only need like 1 or 2 minute solution. So it's not. I
yeah,
don't really talk long time on the phone talking about
right,
problems. Is
right.
I, yeah.
It's not your personality, Dina.
Yeah.
Um, so we've got like 10 more minutes. You've got a great mindset. People know you personally. I need you to appeal to Indonesians that are listening, and you are like an icon in Indonesia because you created Goifex with 22,000 people coming to the event. So you have a voice. I need your help to appeal to our fellow Indonesians on how they can help curb this pandemic that's facing in Indonesia.
Okay. I think I feel that everybody already trying their best in their own way to because of so many theories, so many this and that news that we don't know which one is right or not.
Right.
But we know one thing that being positive is always a good thing. Positive in what is like for sure you have to know that this will end. This will end. So there's a lot of people that losing the job,
Yeah.
money, and everything, and crimes, violence here is happening. But uh, well, the bad thing is because the virus, we can't see our enemy, right? The virus
Yeah.
is invisible.
Yeah.
So if you're being positive, your body, your immune will be very strong. I think
Right.
that's the only thing. So whenever they said, oh, we can't stay home, we have to work, we have to make money, blah blah blah. When you have to do it, you have to do it, because sometimes
Right.
people have to choose whether you go work, or your wife's dying without food, or your
Right.
kids dying without food. Then if you really have to go to work, make sure you are protected.
Yes.
And yeah, I think that's the best all of us can do. And
Yes.
stay positive.
Yes.
Stop sending hoax, making
Yes.
people worries, and you know just be positive, and then be careful. It's very very common, but it is true.
Yes. No, but I like what you said. We are telling people, don't go out, blah. But if you have to feed your family, you have to feed your family. And the
Yeah,
only way to do that is to wash your hands with soap, wear a
correct.
mask, and do social distancing, and be vigilant about this. Nobody wants to get sick, right?
Yeah,
Nobody
yeah,
wants to. If
yeah,
you have to go to work, that's what you can do.
yeah.
And
So
if you
don't
and,
but
if- and if you can,
don't joke about it like, oh yeah, okay, no, take
yes,
it
absolutely,
seriously. Take it
absolutely.
seriously, because this is serious, and I
Thank
think
you.
it's
Thank you.
serious.
Thank you. That's a great message for our fellow Indonesians. I need you to give the last words for women out there as an inspiration for women that, are feeling stuck, and, this pandemic is hurting them personally. So if you could speak English or Indonesian, would be fantastic before we close the show.
uh Hold on. Wait, my son just messaged me. Mommy, I'm 24, not 25.
You're just like me. I'm lousy with children's age anyway, so it doesn't matter because we feed them. So that's the most important thing.
I didn't know he was watching me. Okay. I again, actually, for all women, you just feel strong. You are strong. If you feel so bad until you feel like killing yourself, you can contact me or Laila. No, trust me, I can talk to anybody. That you have to keep being alive. You have to, especially if you have kids, you have family.
Yes.
So don't be selfish. This is when when you have your loved ones, you have to stay strong and stay alive for your loved ones. Don't be selfish. This is what I always tell people. When you're in the airplane, when there's a turbulence and then the thing down and then the oxygens fell out, what they ask you to do is to cover your mask first and then help others. Not like helping people first and then do yours. You know why? Because you have to save yourself first so you can save other people. This is what you have to look after yourself. You have to be strong so you can look after other people. If you're not looking after yourself, means you are selfish because you don't care with the people who love you. That's it.
I love you, Miss Tina. You're fantastic.
I want to take a picture. Hold on.
Okay.
How do I do it? Yeah.
I have no idea.
That's it. Wait. Yeah. That's it.
Yes, Dia, Laila is Google. Yes, Dia says Laila is Google. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. This has been fantastic. And this is as funny as my mother's interview yesterday. I hope to see you soon. I miss you very much. And, remember, you have a place to stay whenever you come to Singapore.
Yes.
I will make
you need to give me a new key.
Yes. New key. The house is spotless, so you can skate around. Okay, darling, I'll see you soon. Thank you so much.
Okay. Yeah? Thank you.
Take
Bye.
Care. Bye.
I love you. Bye.
Love you too. Bye bye.